I was talking to somebody earlier and we had an interesting discussion. And it was really about just being the nice guy, being the person where if you do have any female friends or whatever, you're the one that she calls and she cries on your shoulder and she tells you all her business about her relationship with her boyfriend or all that. And she never even thinks once of putting the toxic guy away and actually giving you a shot and giving you a chance because you're the nice guy. And I related. And we were just talking a little bit about that, how being a nice guy in this world, especially the females, it's just a losing drain. It's something that it breaks your confidence down even more. Just knowing that a girl that you really like, you really care for, is giving all of her love and giving all of her attention to some toxic male, some asshole who doesn't even care about her really, who cheats on her, who probably abuses her, who does all types of negative things to her, and you're right there. And then she tells you, she says little things like, "Oh, I just wish I could find a good, nice guy who understands me and all that." And it's like, hello, you're literally talking to the guy on the phone. There's a reason why you call this person on the phone and spill out your emotions. But a lot of these girls, they just want emotional tampons from regular guys, and they never really realize that the nice guy that they're just talking to as a friend, or they friend zone you and just put you in that box. They never realize that that guy is the right one for them. And it comes down to looks, because a lot of these nice guys and a lot of us guys that are in that box that easily get friend zoned by females, we're never the first choice. We're always the last choice, or not even a choice at all. We're like, nice guys are the choice where the girl's like in her 40s or she's 35 and she has 5 children and she needs somebody that's a stable provider. Then she'll give you a chance. But when she's in her 20s, when she's young and beautiful and just doing all types of dirty things and having sexual escapades, she doesn't want nothing to do with you sexually, but she wants an emotional tampon, and we got to watch out for that. Listen, young men, if a girl's not letting you hit it from the back and making that nanny smack, if she ain't giving you no throat, if she ain't giving you no blowjob on the boat or giving you any type of sexual alleviation, you shouldn't be that nice guy to her. You shouldn't be able to just, you know, be her friend or whatever. And then she tells you all this stuff about her boyfriend and how he's such a bad guy. But then she keeps going back to him. She keeps forgiving him. Like, she'll complain and complain and complain about a guy that's not the right guy, but she keeps going back to that person. So what does that say about her mentality? You see, a lot of females love toxic males. They love the person that's a gangster. They love the person that's blowing Mary Jane all day. They love they love the alcoholic. They love the person that instead of having a regular 9 to 5, he's selling illicit materials and doing bad things. They love that. It's exciting for women. You see, for women, they have to choose the victor in a lot of times, right? Because women have the ability to have babies, and if they pick somebody that's like a loser or somebody that's a nice guy that finishes last, then they're not going to reap the benefits. You see, if let's say Alexander the Great conquers a city, and that woman becomes Alexander the Great's mate and she gets pregnant with his baby. Well, now she's having the baby of one of the most powerful men on the earth. And if she just, goes to some random soldier or the butcher's boy or a fisherman, well, what are the benefits to that? There's no benefits to that, you see? And it sucks because modern days is that you can actually have a guy who's stable, who has a good job, who has a car, who has all the right things, and yet women will still reject him just based on his looks or just based on his career path even. But it's mostly just looks, because looks determine everything. And women always want to be around what's shiny, what's attractive, and what other women want as well. It's a brutal reality when you realize this, that being the nice guy gets you nowhere in life. Even being a nice guy amongst your friends, amongst your family. When you keep letting family members, walk all over you, talk against you, attack you, berate you, and you're still the nice guy and they continue to do it. But the minute you put your foot down and you stand up for yourself, then all of a sudden you become the bad guy. You become the person that nobody wants to be around. You become the problem. You become the person that has to be kicked out and thrown to the streets homeless with nothing. Meanwhile, the person with the toxic attitude and the toxic attributes, they get rewarded in life. They can do the most heinous things in life and get rewarded. Have you ever noticed that a lot of these females nowadays, they always complain about how all guys are the same and all guys are just, they just want one thing. And that's absolutely not true. There's a lot of guys, that want a meaningful relationship with a female. There's a lot of guys that just want, they want more than just the sex. Sure, the sexual alleviation is nice and it feels good, but guys want somebody to cuddle with as well, somebody that loves them for them. You want a woman that really loves you for you. You don't want a woman that's just putting up with you just because she has to, because you will know the difference, and it's going to be brutal. When a woman really loves you, you can see it in her eyes. I was watching Rehab Room and he was showing like these females, like you can just look in their eyes and you can tell when they want somebody. You can look at a female's eyes and you can tell when she wants you. And if a woman's faking it, you can tell. And if she just got with you because you're going to be her better bucks, then she's going to disrespect you. She's going to mistreat you. If you have any businesses, she's going to divorce you and take half of your businesses and leave you with nothing. I was just watching Iraq Veteran 888, and I haven't watched him in a minute. And he looks like a totally different person. He just went through a divorce. And he looks like a totally different person. He says he's happy and all of that, but I can look in his eyes and tell that's not true. I mean, you lost 2 houses. You lost your projectile firing ranges. You lost, your cars. You lost your children. It's like, no way you're happy. And you're an older guy, right? So it goes to show you, man, if a woman's going to show you her true colors early, and if you ignore that and still try to play the nice guy role, you're going to get hurt in the end. Men, stop thinking with your smaller head and think with the big head. If a girl's not showing you basic respect, there's no need for you to be her friend. There's no need for you to just be her emotional tampon, because she can go meet a guy in a club one night and then give him her cheeks, and then give him some fellatio with a high ratio. Meanwhile, you've been trying to talk to her for several years, and the only thing she ever gave you was just a hug, and even that's rare. You don't have to put up with that crap. You don't want to put up with that crap. You don't deserve that, man. You deserve to be happy, and you deserve to be able to be a nice guy and find a girl that likes nice guys. But the problem is, most women want bad guys, even the nerdy women, even the good women, even the women that say that, they don't like toxic males and they don't like guys cheating on them. That's a lie too, because to a woman, if her man has the ability to cheat on her, that's like a sign of a high value man, because a low value man doesn't have the ability to cheat on his girl, because that girl is really all he has, right? And it's brutal, but it's the truth. And a lot of us in this position, bro, a lot of us were nice guys at one time. We had dreams, we had ambitions, we were innocent, until this world turned us into monsters. The next thing you know, we start having weird proclivities and weird propensities and weird different types of intensities, and we try to remedy it with drugs or video games or eating food and stuff like that. Like, it's brutal. And I'm thinking about all the times that I've had little friend groups and there was females in there, and all the times they kind of used me and abused me. They took my kindness for weakness. They didn't see somebody that was a nice guy. They see me as somebody that they could get over. And that's the brutal difference, and that's the brutal reality. Because there's so many good men in good positions that, a good position meaning that if they just had a female in their life, the life would definitely increase, but they don't fit that archetype that women really want. And these are millions of guys. There's people on here that say that I'm not an ugly guy. Like, I just look like a normal guy. But if you say that to a female, she's going to be like, nah, he looks like this. He looks like, So it's like, it doesn't matter how men perceive you. I don't care about that. I care about how females perceive me. And to a lot of females, I'm not really attractive. To a lot of females, I'm not somebody that they're going to go out the way to try to talk to. And if they just got to know me, they'll know that I'm a really cool guy, a really nice guy, a really loving, and I would have been a loving, caring father, a loving, caring husband. You know, would have never cheated on them, would have loved them, and would have gave them an amazing life, the best life I can, especially if they give me the confidence and the motivation to succeed. And they uplift me and they care about me. Like I would have been a very, very good, partner for a female, right? But because of the modern day female is just a modern day harlot, a lot of us get overlooked and get ignored. And the pain poured sores, our souls. It sours us. It hurts to be in this position and not have a woman. And it hurts to be a nice guy, but you're forced to do, wicked things, such as go to that 9 to 5 that you don't want to go to. Especially if you got a sales job where you have to like sell things to people. So you have to lie to people. You have to like betray people's intelligence, etc., etc., etc. It's brutal, and it's really hard to co-sign this existence. It's really hard to be a part of something where you feel like you never were meant to be a part of it. What if being a nice guy is a curse as well? What if like having a natural inclination to be nice to people, not to be horrible to people? What if that's like a curse in this hell realm? I'm starting to think so, because it's like a lot of people that are cool, a lot of people that are nice, it's like we're the guys that get targeted. We're the guys that get attacked. But everybody else who are like assholes, they're loud, they're boisterous, they're doing the evil and wicked things, nobody messes with them. And women seem to like guys like that. Can you believe it? Like, have you guys seen this in your life where you've seen somebody that's obviously an asshole of a guy and he's able to get a good girl in his life? And this girl is like kind of totally the opposite of him. She's actually kind of nice in certain ways, but that doesn't matter because she showed her true colors. Like, you can tell a lot about a person and who they choose as a mate. You can tell a lot. And a lot of us, man, we've been so isolated. We've been so devastated. We've been so alone, man, that it really breaks us down. What's the point of being a nice guy if you're going to finish last or not even finish at all? Because most nice guys are treated as nothing. Most nice guys are thrown away like a used tampon in a trash can in the back alley. Now, how is that good? How is that going to inspire the next generation of men? Where being courteous, being respectful, opening doors for females, taking girls out to dates, and then the girl complains that, oh, you took me to this restaurant, you should have took me to this other restaurant because it's more expensive. It's like, well, how about you appreciate somebody taking you anywhere in the first place instead of demanding something like, you're a millionaire, like you're a celebrity or something? How about just getting to know the guy instead of looking at his face and then making automatic judgments because he's not traditionally attractive? But he has a job, he has a car, he pays his bills, he's willing to buy you things on your birthday, he's willing to show you love. And yet you're willing to just demonize him and call him nothing. How can men actually thrive in a world like this when you're constantly being bombarded by negativity? You're constantly under the authority, of anxiety. This world was created to break us. I honestly, truly believe that. There's no way a good, loving God would do this. So many guys, so many good men out there that deserve to have a good woman in their life, that deserve to feel that deserves the feeling of what their grandfathers had: prosperity, having a woman, having a house, raising children. Even though I would never bring children in a hell realm like this, knowing what I know now, I'll never have children, because you're just participating in the hell. Bringing another soul into this evil world just so they can suffer. That's wicked and that's evil. You know how wicked this world is. Why would you? And what makes it worse is when incompetent parents bring children into the world when they're not rich and they're not successful. Some of the hardest things to face as a kid growing up is not being able to have like new clothes like other kids. That's how you get teased. That's how you get bullied. And then it starts young, and then it affects your confidence all the way throughout your adulthood. And then people wonder why you don't talk. They wonder why you don't get involved with certain things, right? I remember one of the reasons why I wanted to be on the football team was because I wanted to get girls and I wanted them to see, me play football on Friday night and under the bright lights, and I'm catching the ball, or I'm ramming through I'm ramming through the opponents, you know what I mean? Like I'm tackling them, crashing them, and all that. And I thought like that would make girls like me, and it didn't. They didn't care that I was on the football team. They didn't care that I was around a bunch of popular people. They just didn't see me as attractive, because I knew people who weren't on the football team that had beautiful women, right? And I knew people on the football team that did not have beautiful women. So that goes to show you that it's all about looks in this world, man. And being a nice guy will get you eaten alive, especially if you're nice to like the wrong people. If you're nice to a toxic person, then that person's just going to see you as weak and continue their toxic attacks against you. They don't care if you're a nice person. They're going to treat you like crap because they can, and they're going to get away with it. And in this world, it's a perpetual cycle of negative energetic manifestational frequencies that's being released and loosed by the demiurge and his evil archons. Even right now, as I make this video, I'm not in the best moods. I don't know if you can hear it in my voice. I'm not in the best moods. I didn't sleep all night. I'm having weird dreams, and I'm just not in the mood for bull crap, man. Like, I'm tired of being homeless. I'm tired of not having no money. I'm tired of not having a woman. I'm tired of my music not taking off. I'm tired of just being in this position where I feel like I'm always under some type of threat, whether it's poverty, whether it's homelessness, whether it's like the police trying to mess with you, whether it's just like your own family. Well, I don't really have any family now, right? So that's out the picture, and it's a brutal life, man. It's a lonely, isolating life when you're a nice guy. Notice how nice guys are the ones that get isolated. They're the ones that face a life of devastation. They're the ones that face a life that nobody cares about. Meanwhile, you got these evil assholes. They get all the women, they get all the cars, they get all the money, they get all the success, they get all the sex, they get everything, while we get nothing. And we got to maintain. How can a man stay focused when he knows that his morality is never rewarded? And some people say that, oh, if you want to be a nice guy to get with a female, that's bad. And it's like, no, some people are trying to pretend to be nice. It's like, if you're pretending to be nice, then okay, that's wrong. But some people, they're just naturally nice. They naturally have an inclination of being a good person. Into a society of evil and wicked people, that seems like that's weird to a bunch of people that are evil and wicked. They're like, how can somebody just be nice and they don't expect to get anything out of it? That's how you can tell the divine sparks from the Hylics. That's how you can tell the NPCs from the real souls. Because sometimes you just do things out of the kindness of your heart because it's the right thing to do, without expecting a reward. You just be nice to a female because you're just a nice person. You're not an ass. But women see that as like a sign of weakness. As if like, oh, this guy's not confident. Because if he was confident, he would be more, of an ass. It's crazy how this world works. Righteousness is punished, but evil and wickedness is rewarded. This is an upside down hell realm, literally. Who in their right minds would want to live in a world like this? In a world where you feel insignificant, you feel small. You got people who don't like you, but they monitor you, right? You have family members, distant family members, who they're always talking crap about you because you're an older guy. You're not married. You don't have any kids. You don't have any money. You don't have any connections. You don't have any success. And they look at that and they talk crap. And they even tell other family members to distance themselves from you. That's why it's best. Like, I just put up a post about Savvy Guy talking about how, you got to watch out for so-called family, because people who claim to be in your family can be your worst enemy. And you haven't done nothing to these people, but they have it out for you for whatever reason. And you've been nothing but respectful to them. And yet the whole time they're plotting against you. They're trying to poison you. They're trying to have you eliminated. They laugh at you becoming homeless. They make jokes about it, and they think it's funny until life hits them. These are people you have to get away from permanently and never speak to them, never engage with them, and never talk to them again because they prove who they are. They show with their horns. And what makes me mad is when those people do something messed up to you. They try to say, "Oh, hey, hi, how you doing?" It's like, don't talk to me, don't speak to me. You know what you feel about me in your heart of hearts. So let's just keep it like that. I won't ever speak to you again, and you will never speak to me again. Simple. I don't like you, and you don't like me. I don't like you because you're a female dog, right? And you don't like me because you're jealous of me and you're jealous of my potential. Just like the demiurge is jealous of the potential of humanity, which is why he keeps us trapped in his flesh, which is why he keeps us trapped and distracted by these jobs we don't like, around people we don't like, doing things we don't like. And we're supposed to just get along and be along and smile and be happy. How can you be happy in a world like this, which is literally designed to break you? Which is literally designed to make your life a living hell. There's no way you can be happy in an evil world like this. Every single day you're in pain, right? Every single day you're trying to just cope the best way you can. You see all these couples, you see guys with a girl that you want. You know, it's absolutely brutal. This world is absolutely just evil. Being a nice guy will get you nowhere in life. It won't. You see, some of the most powerful men on the earth are the biggest assholes, or the biggest people that cause other people pain and anguish, yet the world respects them. Because in this world, power only respects power. And when you're a nice guy, a lot of people, they just look at you like you're somebody that can be picked on, you're somebody that can be targeted, and it sucks. It's not good being a nice guy. It's not good being socially isolated and devastated. But sometimes, guys like us, we get sent our own way. And we have to maintain. Every single day is a battle. And it's hard, man. It's really difficult, to try to find a girl, find a mate, and maintain when you don't even have any money to get anything, really. And people make fun of you. You don't got no money, but if I had the money, you'd be sitting there trying to be in my smile in my face. That's why fake people, you got to get them out your life. Never have fake people in your life, man. Never do that. Because fake people will backstab you all the time. When somebody shows you who they really are, when somebody takes your mail, that even if you don't even live there, right? And they throw your mail in the trash, right? That person's not your friend. That person's not your family. That person's not your associate. That's somebody you can never, ever trust with your life. If somebody smiles in your face and talks behind your back, you have to be ready for any kind of silent attack.